What's going on, you tactical Weber netters? Welcome back to Patriot Nation. A few weeks ago or so, I did a video on my Benchmade Griptilian and talked about how much I loved it. How it was pretty much the knife I carried every day, and it was my favorite knife out of the ones that I had, at least as far as EDC goes. And now, sadly, it has to take a back seat to be a backup just in case I forget my new one, which is also the Benchmade Griptilian. But now they have made a production line model with G10. In the past, they had done limited edition runs or their gold class that had different types of G10 on them, but now they finally have it on the production line, and they're going to make it as long as people buy it. I was watching the SHOT Show coverage this year from the late Boy Scout. He was posting probably 9 videos a day from all the different knife booths while he was there. Thank you very much for that. And when Benchmade came up, this was probably the second knife or the first knife that they were talking about. And late Boy Scout made mention that he already had his and actually showed it to the camera. To which point I paused the video, got online, ordered it, overnighted it, and didn't even bother looking at the price. The next day, it showed up, and I have been carrying it ever since. Took it out, looked it over, did a cut test with it, used a couple different kinds of paper, felt the edge on it, and it was easily the sharpest knife that had come out of a box as far as production knives are concerned. It reminded me a lot of the couple of knives that I have with M390, and found that they've upgraded the blade steel to CPM 20 CV, which is basically the same makeup as M390, just made by CPM. As of right now, all they have for the G10 is this gray color, and you have blue G10 liners with, there we go, with blue anodized standoffs, barrel spacers on there. It is now a flow-through design, as you can see, where the old one was a closed back design, and it also appears that the G10 model is a touch thinner. It could just be the way that it looks, or it might be a little bit thinner. I haven't taken calipers out to actually look at that yet, but it does feel a little bit thinner. The texturing itself, you can see, is not nearly as pronounced, and it's not doesn't have the same outline that the GTX handled one does. And really with G10 you don't have to, because it has less of a tendency to slip in your hand due to the natural makeup of the materials. And in my last video I did mention the pocket clip on the original, and they fixed one of the issues I had with it and made it a deep carry. Unfortunately, it still has this really cheap paint on it, like something you get out of a 3-year-old's model car set.
Krylon.
And what?
Krylon.
And some Krylon, okay. Really been considering taking this off, removing whatever kind of finish they really put on here, and parkerizing it, anodizing it, something like that. Overall, it actually is gorgeous. The blue accents that they put on here, I didn't think I would like at the beginning, but they really add a nice touch. I didn't think I'd like it looking at the video. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell that from here, but that was such a non-issue. I just wanted to have the Griptilian in G10. G10 has very rapidly become my favorite scale material that I've come across. I still want to try micarta, and I still want to try carbon fiber and see what they're like, but I know carbon fiber is rather expensive. So that's pretty much it. Just a quick overview. Stay safe, stay armed, and stay free.